It was about 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Sri Ramakrishna was sitting on the steps of the Shiva temples. Adhar, Dr. Nitai, M, and several other devotees were with him. Master to the devotees. I want to tell you something. A change has been coming over my nature. The master came down a step and sat near the devotees. It seemed that he intended to communicate some of his deeper experiences to them. Master, you are devotees. I have no hesitation in telling you this. Nowadays, I don't see the spirit form of God. He is revealed to me in human form. It is my nature to see the form of God, to touch and embrace Him. God is saying to me, "You have assumed a body, therefore enjoy God through His human forms." God no doubt dwells in all, but He manifests Himself more through man than through other beings. Is man an insignificant thing? He can think of God. He can think of the infinite, while other living beings cannot. God exists in other living beings, animals, plants, nay, in all beings. But He manifests Himself more through man than through these others. Fire exists in all beings, in all things, but its presence is felt more in wood. Ram said to Lakshman, "Look at the elephant, brother. He is such a big animal, but he cannot think of God." But in the incarnation, there is a greater manifestation of God than in other men. Ram said to Lakshman, "Brother, if you see in a man ecstatic love of God, if he laughs, weeps, and dances in divine ecstasy, then know for certain that I dwell in him." The master remained silent. After a few minutes, he resumed the conversation. Master, Keshav Sen used to come here frequently. As a result, he changed a great deal. Of late, he became quite a remarkable man. Many a time, he came here with his party, but he also wanted to come alone. In the earlier years of his life, Keshav didn't have much opportunity to live in the company of holy men. I visited him at his house in Kolutola Street. Hriday was with me. We were shown into the room where Keshav was working. He was writing something. After a long while, he put aside his pen, got off his chair, and sat on the floor with us. But he didn't salute us or show us respect in any other way. He used to come here now and then. One day, in a spiritual mood, I said to him, "One should not sit before a sadhu with one leg over the other. That increases one's rajas." As soon as he and his friends would arrive, I would salute them before they bowed to me. Thus, they gradually learned to salute a holy man, touching the ground with their foreheads. I said to Keshav, "Chant the name of Hari. In the Kali Yuga, one should sing the name and glories of God." After that, they began to sing the name of God with drums and cymbals. Footnote: For some years before meeting the Master, Keshav and his followers had been singing the name of Brahma to the accompaniment of drums and cymbals. After meeting Sri Ramakrishna in 1875, Keshav showed particular devotion to the singing of the names of Hari and the Divine Mother. Footnote by M. in the Bengali Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, Volume 5, page 113. Footnote ends. Do you know how my faith in the name of Hari was all the more strengthened? Holy men, as you know, frequently visit the temple garden. Once a sadhu from Multan arrived. He was waiting for a party going to Ganga Sagar. Pointing to M. The sadhu was of his age. It was he who said to me, "The way to realize God in the Kali Yuga is the path of bhakti as prescribed by Narada."